Okay guys, so I just wanted to cover the changes here. As far as this end goes, nothing yet. It's changed. I've taken off a few things that were hanging off of this because it was a fly. And as you can see here, it had things hanging off of it, right? Sewn into various places. And so all those have been removed, partly for weight and partly just so they're not in the way. I have a line rigged up as I showed, and I've decided to run it off the bottom of this. And it seems to work really well. In addition, my other hand is here. So I have control over the top of this anyway. And this whole, the base of it is on a pivot like I showed in the last video. Now I've made my pleats. I talked about that. What I've done is I've just folded it like this. Glue gun glued it in the middle. Then folded it back over itself like that. And glue gunned it into place. And they seem to be strong enough to hold. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 pleats. Now in addition to that, I've made some changes to the board, but nothing major. No actual modifications, cutting, welding, or anything silly. In fact, all I've done is take some glue gun glue and shape it to fit this and layer it in here. And now the whole thing locks in here tight, solid, and grippy, which is nice because the base of that has a swivel built in. And it allows the sail to swivel really nicely. A lot lighter and a lot cheaper than a windsurfing setup. Now, if I add to this a second sail that I can slot in like so, these are 8-foot ceilings and I can't stand it up. This would give me an 8-foot plus sail height. Ooh, okay, that would actually be pretty big. I'm just under 6 foot, so this whole sail is, well, this tank is 3 feet wide. That's Dora's tank. So if we line it up, we see we're looking at about a 2.5 foot wide sail. And if it's 8 feet tall, that's actually a pretty darn good sail. Now I still have some of this material left over, and I'm thinking I'm going to use it to make another sail that goes on top that I can drill out this, slot that right in here. I'll put a bar through so that, or a blocker so that it locks in place, and another one up top so that it locks in place solid. That way I can just take it, stick it on, and then on the other end, I left it open here. Now I can seal this in, but I can also hook something into it this way and have it, the other part of the sail hook in here, and this whole thing will just stay together, especially in wind, because the wind will all hold it together kind of thing. All it has to be is strong enough to do the job, but I want it to be fairly strong. That being said, when I do that, I'm going to leave some space here, so it'll slide in here. The sail will come from here down, and then all the way along here. So basically, I can have it so it slots in here and locks these two together, and then it'll just kind of come up here to give me enough room for my hand. So I might just make it a real tight fit around my hand, and that'll be perfect. Just like I did here. It's not hard to do. Anyway, so everything's done. I've seen people use smaller ones than this, but I really do want to go fairly quickly. I don't want to go slowly. And because I don't really want to go slowly, I need as much sail area as is humanly possible. And I feel like this setup will give me that. I've seen people do this and have it work with one smaller than this. This is a much better sail than I've seen some of these folks try it with. And I'm absolutely confident that it is going to work. In fact, just holding it in front of this fan on one, it feels pretty strong. So I'm pretty satisfied, and I think that it's going to do a great job. Anyway, I would be out testing it tonight, except that it rained, for one, and for two, there's absolutely no wind. So that gives me time to work on the second sail, which this will be the spine of. And then we'll see what happens, but I'm thinking this is going to be epic, man. I can't wait to see it. Anyway, I'm going to end this one here. This is just a kind of a quick update, but the sail is officially done. And while I can make it bigger and I'll make it better, I want to test it just the way it is first, just to see how well it works and what kind of speed I get and all that kind of stuff. And once I've done that, then I'll put the new sail on it. Mind you, I know the way I am. I'll design the new sail. It's already kind of in my head. And now that I have that vision in my head, I'm not going to be able to get it out until I build it. So you may find in the next video I'm testing the whole thing, but for now, I'm going to try and test it just as it is. Keith out.